Hello, my friend, how are you doing? So good to see you here. Welcome back. Today, we talk about rule number 7. And before I read the rule to you, I tell you two passages from the Bible that relate to this rule here. Genesis 3:16 says, "For dust you are, and to dust you will return." Wisdom says, "What is weak proves itself to be useless." Rule number 7 says, "Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient." People watched the successful succeed and the unsuccessful fail for thousands and thousands of years. We thought it over and drew a conclusion. The successful among us delay gratification. The successful among us bargain with the future. A great idea begins to emerge, taking ever more clearly articulated form in ever more clearly articulated stories. What's the difference between the successful and the unsuccessful? If the world you are seeing is not the world you want, therefore, it's time to examine your values. It's time to rid yourself of your current presuppositions. It's time to let go. It might even be time to sacrifice what you love best so that you can become who you might become instead of staying who you are. There are many problems that money does not solve, and others that it makes worse. Rich people still divorce each other and alienate themselves from their children and suffer from existential angst and develop cancer and dementia and die alone and unloved. Recovering addicts cursed with money blow it all in a frenzy of snorting and drunkenness, and boredom weighs heavily on people who have nothing to do. Aim up. Pay attention. Fix what you can fix. Don't be arrogant in your knowledge. Strive for humility because totalitarian pride manifests itself in intolerance, oppression, torture, and death. Become aware of your own insufficiency, your cowardice, malevolence, resentment, and hatred. Expedience is the following of blind impulse. It's short-term gain. It's narrow and selfish. It lies to get its way. It takes nothing into account. It's immature and irresponsible. Meaning happens when that dance has become so intense that all the horrors of the past, all the terrible struggle engaged in by all of life and all of humanity to that moment becomes a necessary and worthwhile part of the increasingly successful attempt to build something truly mighty and good. Meaning is the ultimate balance between, on the one hand, the chaos of transformation and possibility, and on the other hand, the discipline of pristine order, whose purpose is to produce out of the attendant chaos a new order that will be even more immaculate and capable of bringing forth a still more balanced and productive chaos and order. Meaning is the way, the path of life more abundant, the place you live when you are guided by love and speaking truth, and when Nothing you want or could possibly want takes any precedence over precisely that. Do what is meaningful, not what is expedient. To identify what is meaningful, check if your heart feels good. When you do something that fills your heart, you are doing something meaningful. Comment here something that fills your heart with love. Thank you very much. I am Felipe Gibi. See you next class. Rule number 8. Tell the truth, or at least don't lie.